All right. Happy Tuesday night, everyone. Thank you for joining. Sorry we were a little bit late. Had some stuff to take care of before the stream. So let me see what we've got here. We've got Dr. Ted's here. Thank you for joining. I've got Davo. And Bear Bottom Branton's here. Uncle Smiley. Steven's here. So happy birthday to Lillian. Yeah, definitely that's way more important than watching this. So, but appreciate you stopping by. We got Foxy's here as well. So welcome. So we had kind of missed last week. Wanted to take a week off. So got KJE and Peplin here as well. Yeah, so got a little bit, want to take a week off and do some other stuff. So thank you guys for all coming out. Hello, MNC. I did get your ping a little bit earlier. I'll respond to you when we're done. So everything's been kind of interesting. We're kind of getting to the final countdown of Chelsea leaving us and heading off to college. She's actually up north with a friend right now. She usually goes up north with her once a year, and so they're kind of having their final trip before they all kind of part ways and do their thing. So, hopefully she's having a good time up there. She did send the fish list, the fish rankings. She did send them a little bit late. Was one of the reasons we were late. So, hello, Stan Pittman, welcome. Hello, Zen. Yeah, so it's basically, so we're kind of finalizing, kind of getting to the end of that. With that being said, so there will not be a stream on the 19th. She moves in at 1 o'clock, but I figured, that day is going to be kind of busy, so we'll just stay and, handle that instead. So without further ado, we've got quite a few folks here already. So let's kind of start talking about your favorite Livebearer as well as mine. So if you want to go ahead and put in the chat what your favorite Livebearer is, while I'm go ahead and kind of rattle off mine. I think most of you guys know that my favorite Livebearer is Gadads. Most of the fish I have here in the fish barn are Gadads. That's kind of driven a lot, trying to preserve the legacy of a lot of the people here in the Detroit area. That kind of started the Godad hobby. People like Jim Langhammer, Pat Hartman, Bill Gillies, and all those folks in the Detroit area that have kind of really fathered the Godad part of the hobby. So, but some other honorable mentions too. Some fish that I actually really like. Kind of growing on me right now is the Jardinus falcatus that I've picked up recently. Those are kind of a neat little Livebearer, kind of have a little bit of a lamp eye to them. That's a fun one. There was one I had too, and I'm drawing a blank on the name. It's a little. I'm gonna remember. It's bothering me now. It's a tiny little one. I only had it once, but it reproduced quite readily for me. But they don't like being taken out of the water. So, if you pull them out of the water, they kind of don't do so hot. So, I'm going to try to remember what that fish is. It's like a little blue Livebearer. I should have remembered that before we started. But anyways, kind of looking in the comments here. Foxy likes the Genesia ansa. Yes, those are very cool. Those have definitely grown on me as well. Unfortunately, I've not seen any babies yet. MNC's got the Trout Goodeids and the Cuban Limia. Those are cool. I like both of those. Crocodile Audex from El Toboso, another fun one. Actually, that's probably one of my favorite Godeids. That's probably in the top 5 for sure, if not. That might be number 1. I just love the silver body with the black finish. So, Branton likes the Iliodon furcidens, Trout Goodyead again. Blueberry snails do count. So, you could do stingrays and sharks too if you'd like. So, Sciphium multipunctata is another one. MNC's got the one-sided Livebearer as well as Redneck Aquatics. I don't see it frozen on my end, Zen. Yeah, because I have it up on another screen too, so yeah, so definitely not frozen here, but yeah, my Skiffia don't have a lot of color though. I don't have any that are really nice, really nice colored ones right now. They're a little bit drab, but that's okay. Obviously, I think you can tell what my favorite cichlid is. You know, look at the background. I don't think there's anyone that can beat that. And there's some pretty cool, you know, like Victorians and stuff like that. But just personality-wise, color-wise, those are kind of the bee's knees. I know, kind of off topic, but those are kind of my favorites. So there are some cool platies too. I think another one is I'll show it to you out in the barn. Is my Xiphophorus variatus from Rio Coaquilco. I'm actually going to bring that fish to the fish show in the Keystone Clash. That's one I really want to kind of get going. Tequila Goodyears is another good one. So yeah, so definitely some good choices there. So let me think of some other ones too. Yeah, I've been kind of watching a little more long format recently. I kind of got roped into TikTok, but my daughter kind of turned me on. My youngest daughter kind of turned me on to a channel that's kind of local to me. Actually, there's a gentleman. We're gonna go way off topic here for a minute, but it's a gentleman that she's friends with. And she's going to be going to a new school this year. It's a long story, but so there's a gentleman that goes to Detroit, and he goes to various yards, and he cleans the yards up for people who don't have the equipment. And he is absolutely killing it on YouTube. So I've been binge watching a lot more YouTube than I have been recently, and I've not seen any problems though. So I think, I don't know, maybe it's kind of people's internet. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I've actually watched a little bit more YouTube in the last probably week or so than I have in the past. So in the past like year or so, I haven't really binge watched a channel in quite a long time, but yeah, she kind of got me going on that for a while. So if you look up the name, it's called Midlife Stockman. So if you want to check out a gentleman kind of doing some good in the community, definitely take a look at that. So yeah, without further ado, I think before we lose light outside and everything, I think we'll go do the fish game, and then we'll go ahead and head outside and take a look at tubs and things like that. Before we do that, real quick though, if you are a member, I did release the tub video this week for members. I released it this afternoon, and then if you're not a member, you'll see it on Sunday. But did a quick update on the summer tubs. It was a little bit, the water's gotten a little bit cooler recently, excuse me, and the fish really haven't come out as much as they were in the first video. So it was a little bit overcast too, so there was not as much sunlight for the underwater filming, but it still turned out pretty decent. So so MNC says he quit watching TV completely. Nothing really worth watching. One thing I do watch is sports. I will watch sports. I did watch. What did I watch last? It was a couple of Sundays ago. I watched the Euro finals, the England versus Spain Euro final. That was pretty good. There's a lady who plays for England who, she is an absolute clutch player, probably one of the most clutch players I've ever seen in any sport. She scored probably more big goals and big penalties than like anyone I've ever seen. and she is absolutely like one of, like that person. So, yeah, I'm really not sure how about the leaderboard thing. That's kind of, I mean, maybe I'm getting old, but it doesn't seem to have any value to me. But each their own. So, so with that, let's go ahead here and play the fish game. Like I said, Chelsea sent it to me rather late, so apologize for that. But we'll go ahead and flip the screens over here and jump on into it. Right over here. All right. So if you're new here, yep, Dr. Ted said, did someone say Livebearer, former ALA editor emeritus? Yep, I am going to make an effort to go to that conference next year. It's been way too long since I've been to that. And it kind of dawned on me fairly recently that the Keystone Clash is coming up as well. So we're going to start having to get ready for that. So so with that, let's go ahead here. The game again, are they basic? So basically what happens here is my daughter will rank the fish on how basic she thinks they are. I think it's kind of a good view into how the general public views our aquarium fish. So like if you were opening a fish store, it kind of gives you an idea of what you might want to stock in your store versus not. So with that, let's go ahead here and without further ado, flip to the first fish. So we got this, I think it's a goby of some sort. I pulled these a couple weeks ago, so forgive me if I don't particularly remember all the names. So yeah, so Zen, I like Zen's comment. I assume they'd offer some sort of reward for climbing the leaderboard, but it just seems to be bells and whistles. Yeah, it's just kind of one of those. Yeah, it just seems kind of like a gimmick to me. It's like, so let me see what we got here. We've got 6, a couple of 9s, another 6. We got 5 from KJE, and I don't know why I can't say the letter J today, but I guess not. Uncle Smiley. Zen has revised her bid to 7. Redneck is 8, as well as Foxy. Skull's at 7. Gravedigger Aquatics is at 10, along with Steven. So yeah, so we'll give it a couple more seconds here. All right, going once, going twice. Sold, 8 out of 10. So she gave the goby an 8 out of 10. So MNC with the late 8.5. So let me see, anyone else got it? Foxy got it. Uncle Smiley's got it. Zen almost got it. Changed her mind in the right direction. So. Hey Skull, how's it going? So yeah, let's go ahead and flip it to the next one. Yeah, make sure that's right. Yep. All right. Next one here. Got the electric blue Acara. So I believe that's what that is. Yeah, so Skull's comment here, he's just enjoying the heat as always. It's actually cooled down a little bit. It's kind of gone down to the, it's kind of ratcheted down from its top level per se. Excuse me. Yeah, so we've kind of been We were in the 90s for a while, longer than normal actually, and it's kind of been in the 80s now for the last, you know, few, I'd say about a week or so. You know, I've been kind of going golfing on Fridays, like before Steven's stream. They kind of let us get out a little early on Friday, so I've been going to the golf course. I found a kind of a newer place. I mean, it's a place I played way back in the day, but kind of decided to go back there. And pace of play was pretty decent. So I've been kind of going back there. Had a very interesting round while we're guessing on the fish here. I shot a 49 on the front, played absolutely atrocious. And it's a pretty hard course, absolutely god awful. And then turned around on the back and had one of the best 9 holes that I've ever had. Shot a 40 on the back, so ended up with 89 with a 49 and a 40. So kind of an interesting little round there. So yeah, I was absolutely on fire on the back for whatever reason. So I think it may have been a little bit of club selection too. I kind of decided to start hitting my hybrid a little more. So we'll see. That might be a thing that I'll keep going with in the future. So Steven says I tend to play like absolute trash on the back 9. Yeah, it's weird. I've been weird. Like I usually like this year especially, it's been the front 9s for me have been kind of bad, and then I kind of get a hot dog and a new attitude, and I go back out and I play a lot better on the backside. So, and this course is kind of weird because you don't actually finish. You don't finish like by the clubhouse if you're playing 9. You finish like in the back of the course, and there's like a halfway house that they have out there, but it's never open. Like I've not seen it open yet. But you go out there, and then you don't get back to the clubhouse till like number 16. And then you go out for 17 and then come back for 18. It's kind of a weird setup. No, it's actually not a euphemism for beer. I don't drink on the golf course because, like, the one time I did, I absolutely just mentally like fell apart and stopped caring, and it was just like a bad scene. So I don't. It's not my jam to do that on the golf course. So kind of back to the fish. Real quick, let me see what you guys guessed on this. You know, I kind of had a momentary thought of doing a golf channel. Like I was kind of thinking about that the other day. You know, because I'm going to go play with, back to my hometown and play with my buddies. That kind of like, that I started playing golf with way back in like 7th grade. So, thought about starting a golf channel, but I probably won't. I mean, I'm sure that space is probably oversaturated just by the amount of videos that I see on like TikTok and things like that. You know, you got like Bryson DeChambeau trying to hit balls over his house and things like that. So, so KJE's got 3. Uncle Smiley and Skull have 7. Zen's got 9. Davo's got 5. Redneck Aquatics is 3. Benjamin Peters is 9. Steven's got 9. Sleeper Barbecue and M&C have 8. Foxy's got a 5. And then we kind of started talking about golf. So, cannot talk tonight. So I apologize. So without further ado, excuse me, we have an 8 out of 10 for that one. So yeah, so mini golf and drinking is fine. So up New Local Austin's got 8. So I think you may have. Yeah, so we got quite a few. M&C, Sleeper Barbecue. So yeah, so So let's go ahead and we'll flip it again. I think this is, like I said, I pulled this a couple weeks ago. This one is it that? No, I don't remember what this was. Oh, it's a bumblebee cichlid. That's what this is. I was thinking it was something else. Yeah, so I don't know. Hello, Christopher. Welcome. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, what state of mind she was when she sent these, because she's probably on the beach on Lake Michigan, probably in the sun, living her best life. So, and it came at like 7:45, so like 15 minutes before the stream started. So I had to kind of scramble a little bit to get things going here. I was running a little bit late anyway, just because of my daughter's started taking driver's ed, so we went out and drove for a little bit, and I've been kind of behind like all week this week. Like I didn't get the pond video done over the weekend. I still have a couple of shorts to do for this week. I'm usually all kind of wrapped up with a lot of that stuff by Monday, so I've kind of just been this has been kind of like playing catch up all week, and it's not been great. So Zen said, "Oh, so they're all 8s because she just phoned it in." Yeah, she very well may have. Maybe her friends all rated them too. There's, I think, 4 or 5 of them up there. One of the friends that she has a cottage up on Lake Michigan. So yeah, it's at a place called Anekama. So she's up there. So they could have all ranked them. They probably all sat around and ranked them together. So could only know what kind of chaos that was. So. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and see what she ranked the bumblebee cichlid. So 7 out of 10. Looks like Christopher got it. M and C got it as well. I think that was about it for that one. So, all right, let's go ahead and talk about the crevensis next. I've been trying to get her a, give her some variety. Like I'm kind of narrowly focused now on kind of like the fish I like. So I've been kind of, this game is kind of forcing me to open back up a little bit too. I'm kind of laser focused on Livebearers and like the few kind of cichlids that I like. So I've been kind of like, this kind of forced me to kind of, yeah, Zen, we took a week off. That's probably why you've lost your touch a little bit. So, so Skull's got 8. Uncle Smiley's got 8. Sleeper Barbecue's got 8. Steven's got 8. New Local Austin and Christopher have 9, along with Zen and Dave. So, yeah, it's kind of a cool crib. It's not one I've bred either. And unfortunately, I am not. I don't think this one's AI. I think this one, the site I used to pull the pictures off of, I don't believe this is AI. I think someone took this picture. So, I don't think I've actually bred cribs for the BAP. Yeah, unfortunately, this month I can't go to the club meeting because we've got like new parent night for my daughter's school, so I have to go, scope all that out. So, give it another couple seconds here for some last minute guesses on the crib. Definitely a pretty one. So, going once, going twice. 9 out of 10. So, um, 9 for Christopher, Davo, Zen got 9, so Zen's back in the game here. So very good. And then the last one here, we have the Arowana. So we'll see what you guys think she thinks of the Arowana. Kind of wanted to give her a little bit of one that's kind of a little bit more unique. So, so if you guys have any ideas about any other ones, any fish you kind of want her to rank, let me know. I think that'd be something, put that like in the comments and I can go back through and see that. See, but promiscuous fish are fun, Jen. Or not Jen, but Zen. God, I am not on my game tonight. Yeah, so they, see, they're fun though because you can take them to auctions and swaps and stuff and kind of make some of your money back from them. So I'm a big fan of promiscuous fish. So, it's funny. I saw MNC's comment. It looks like my brother's Arowana. Oops. Yeah. So, salty round, that'd be good. I have to talk to her though and see if hopefully she'll be willing to do this in college so that we can keep this going. Because I think you guys seem to enjoy it. So, I'll tell you that the younger one is not down for the game. So we'll say that. So salty one sounds fun. And I have a lot of salty pictures that I can do for that one. So maybe we'll do that one next week. So I can, I might have to steal a picture or two, but that's all right. So, all right. Give it, so hello, Beto. Welcome. So Benjamin's got 10 along with Beto. Top Poison's here. Welcome. So he's got 8 along with Skull. Uncle Smiley's got 9. So, yeah, so let's go ahead here and we'll flip it. Like I said, I don't want to lose light, so... so 7 out of 10. So MNC got it, and then so yeah. So it looks like we're in pretty good shape. Looks like Zen. Benjamin got it too in the very beginning. So good job there. Let me flip it to. Back to me real quick, and then we'll flip the barn cam on, and then we'll kind of look at some more of my favorite live bearers, and then we'll do the tubs too. So give me a couple seconds to head outside, and then we'll go ahead and kind of walk around the summer tubs a little bit, and we'll take a look at some of my favorite live bearers. So go ahead, we'll flip it over now. Looks like the barn cam is good to go. So see you in about 2 minutes. All right, so I'm back in the barn. So if you guys can give me a AV check, I'd appreciate it. So, um, and I prefer my own audio because I can hear it. So, hey, Scuba Stevo. Um, yeah, so let's go ahead here and take a look. And I guess kind of on my way down, I'll show you a few of my favorites, and then we'll go from there. So I don't see um, the real Cole Kilco right now out. I don't know where he's probably hiding behind the sponges or whatever. So I don't see him out right now. So, um, but yeah, so that's maybe he's hanging out in the back somewhere. So I'd like to show you him, um, but we're gonna head outside first, I think, to the tubs, just because of the light. Um, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. I know some people talked about the Genesia Ansa or the Jaguar cichlids. So there are those. Another kind of favorite too are these Pasilia picta. Um, you're probably not going to see them in all the guppy grass, but they're kind of a cool red color. So, but let's go ahead and head downstairs. All right. Yeah, so let's head outside real quick. Take a look at the tubs. Yeah, so kind of like I said, there's not been as much light. It's been a little cooler. So we can't really, the fish have not been as cooperative. But this tub has quite a few fry in it now. This is the double sword guppies. Unfortunately, it's a little dark right now, but we'll see if I can show you some fry. If you look real close, you might be able to see one right there. Yeah, we're starting to get to that time of year now where it's getting late enough that yeah, we're gonna um, you know not have good enough light to kind of do this. So this has the Hawaiian Variatus platies in it. Um, they've I didn't see any fry when I put the camera down, the underwater camera, but the fish are in there doing well. These ones are a little reclusive in here in this barrel. Um, so not really much to tell you about there. Kind of same with this one. I did confirm the Jarnus metallicus are in here, but I've not seen a lot of babies, so we'll have to kind of dig through that and see what's going on there. Tub season here kind of going to be like Memorial Day to Labor Day. We started a little bit late this year. Weather was just a little too cold. So I could probably push the Gadaeids probably into mid-September. But it's just going to kind of depend on my timing and desire of how long I want to keep them out here too. So, so there's a good chance that I'll probably just take them down on Labor Day for my own kind of convenience. But we'll see. The Pasilids will for sure go down on Labor Day, the ones that are out there. But these ones I might be able to keep up a little longer if I desired. So we've got this one. I didn't see these fish. These are the Iliodon whitey eye. Didn't see any fry. Kind of same with these guys, but I did see a very gravid female in here. This is the Xenotoka lion's eye that's in here. But like I said, I saw a very gravid female. So hopefully, um, we'll be able to, see some fry towards the end here. That's one of the hard things about good day heads and kind of the short tubbing season here is you only get like 60 days. Since their gestation period 60 days, you don't get a whole lot of time. You might get like one drop. So that's kind of one of the hard parts. So here, Xenotoka melanosoma, really have not, I've seen at least one in here. They're around. They come out when the water is warm. And like I said, the temperatures have cooled a little bit. So those are probably kind of just hiding. Say these guys, you can kind of see them maybe. But the plants have started to do pretty well in here, especially these lilies. They're not flowering. I don't fertilize, other than what the fish eat, basically, and what they kind of excrete. So, given that, I think the lilies are doing quite well. But the Xenotoka variata from Jesus Maria are in here. If it was a little lighter out right now, you'd be able to see them. They're one of the ones that are kind of out and about quite a bit. So, just because it's so dark right now, you really can't see. You might be able to see them kind of darting around on camera, trying to tell. I got the water lettuce in this one. Again, this is done pretty well. I think it's actually kind of reproduced a little bit. You have this Metahune bog lily kind of in the back. That didn't really do much. Kind of just hung out and just does its thing back there. So, um, yeah, again, it's kind of too dark to see, unfortunately. You might be able to see these guys. This is the Chabolixes incausus that are in here. So, yeah, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Maybe you can see those. They kind of dart in and out of the spot a little bit. And then got this one right here. This is the Alodonixes tamazule. Fortunately, didn't really saw them in the underwater video, but you're probably not going to see them if we're just walking around. So that's kind of the update for the tubs. I'll head back upstairs real quick, and we'll kind of read through some comments, and then we'll kind of go through a little more in depth on some of the Livebearers in here. All right. Let me see. All right, so Skull's got some more on. So yeah, so we'll talk about that, Skull. I'll message you. Yeah, I just redid that Jaguar tank. I did do some work here in the barn, Peplin, just a little. Not this weekend, but the weekend before. So, um, yeah, that's probably a good idea, Zen. It's just kind of starting the barn. Yeah, I'll show that thing full of guppy grass. So, um, so sorry to hear that, Beto, about the raccoon or possum. KJE asked, "What's the power bill?" It depends on the season. Like right now, it's kind of expensive. We'll say like in the $800 range or so. In the peak season, like winter and like peak summer, um, and then it gets dropped down to about 500 ish or so, like 500, 550 or so in the off peak, like the spring and fall. So not cheap. So having a fish barn's not cheap. So um, yeah, so let's go ahead here and we'll kind of talk through some of my favorite live bearers here real quick. So um, I think one of my most favorite, it kind of always flips around and kind of changes a little bit, but I think one of the ones that'll always be top of my list are these Xenotoka Eisenai. These are the original Robert Rush Miller Gadaean species that he brought into the hobby. So these are like the original, from the original lineage. Like I'm the global coordinator for this fish, so if you do happen to have them from this specific location, let me know. But yeah, you can see that male right there. It's absolutely enormous. Yeah, he might be coming to the Keystone Clash Fish Show. So not gonna. Oh, good. I want to show you something here too. These ones are these have always been kind of reclusive. These four spot Mary Widows. Um, but I'm starting to see a few more larger fish now. So that's a good thing. That makes me very happy. So, um, yeah, I just replanted this tank. But I think I will take some of the guppy grass that I have in abundance and put it in here so that we can maybe save some of the fry. I did put a bunch of rock cover underneath here just to kind of give it I give the fry some more hiding spots. They keep pulling out this, um, not Val, but they keep pulling the plants out here. But I'll probably throw some guppy grass in there. Yeah, this is the dwarf sag. God, I'm drawing blanks tonight all over the place. So yeah, so I'll come and show you the Jarnus falcatus. It's right over here. These have actually been really prolific. And then I kind of want to show you something kind of cool too. I just got a new light for this tank. The light was just kind of dying on it. And I had I just noticed this, but the filter was kind of growing this cool freshwater sponge. So it's kind of neat. But in here, just, since you guys can actually maybe see it now, is the Limia perugiae. These are from La Anzufrada in the Dominican Republic. The males are absolutely beautiful on this one. One of my favorite Limia species is the Limia melanogaster. That's another absolutely stunning fish. So, some of my other favorites in here. We'll take a look at the black prince here in a minute. Have I ever had? Yeah, sorry. Had Cauda punctatus. I think I did briefly. Didn't do well for me. That doesn't mean that they won't do well for you. Um, they don't really do it for me, but that's okay. So, yeah, there's a few rainbow fish in here actually. If we flip over here and take a look, you've got the Chilotharina blaheri right here. Um, Another favorite here too. You have Some of these are out in the tubs, but these are the Xenotoca variata from Jesus Maria. So I kind of split the group up, put some in the tubs and some in here. Actually put a lot of the younger ones, left them in here. I've seen a few fry in here too, so I think that's been kind of a good move. These guys have been eating pellets. I think we showed these the last time we were here, but we showed the Bellasonics. Sorry, that light's awful. But I got the Bellasonics in here. I'm going to probably pick up some bloodworms for them just to be safe. I know somebody mentioned the tequila goodies. Colonies kind of fizzle out a little bit, but this is got those. And then we'll go over here and take a look at probably one of my favorites. We've got the Pasilia catamaconis, which I've really grown to like. This is a newly described molly. And then right next to it, we have the Cracodon Audax from Los Pinos. So I'm going to need to add. This is one I'm going to have to kind of clear out a little bit, and then I'm going to add some more, like of these rocks here, just to kind of get some more fry cover. All right, so what's a good site to get info on fish? Yeah, Seriously Fish is a good one. Yeah, that's kind of the best one, honestly. Or I almost would say YouTube. And, just verify the people, or your local fish club. I think you said before you were in the Chicago area. I think I would go maybe to like Greenwater, depending on what fish, or if it's a cichlid, go to the GCCA, which is the Greater Chicago Cichlid Association. Check out those. So, yeah, join the ACA is another one. They've got the they've got their newsletters, and you can search up a lot of species information on there too. That's a good one. I don't know. Let me think of. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Honestly, unless you want to start doing YouTube and stuff like that. So, American Livebearer Association is another one. So, hello, Sleeper. Yep, thank you for coming out. Yeah, so we are getting kind of close. Just to kind of let you guys know to the big 10,000 subscriber mark. So we will do a stream, kind of a celebration stream. Maybe do a giveaway or two. So I'll have to figure all that out once we get there. So, so yeah. So if you're not subscribed, please do. So. And with that, I decided to kind of send out five memberships. So if you're, one of the things with memberships is if you go on the channel, check out the talk that I did on the G'day talk that I did. So yeah, if you go out to the members section, there's a members video where I did my G'day talk to the Motor City Aquarium Society, which is my local club. So I'd really encourage you guys to check that one out because it's definitely a good one. So, Fishbase is still out there. I kind of find Fishbase is okay. So that's a good one too. So yeah, so we'll figure out the the 10,000 member, 10,000 subscriber stream live. Yeah, 10,000 member, 10,000 subscriber live stream. Wow. So yeah, so I am definitely. Skull mentions the convention in Lexington, Kentucky next year. Yeah, that is on my list. Definitely, really kind of excited to check that one out. So I think with that, I think we'll go ahead and I'll head on in here, and then we'll do a quick update on the new cat too. If you missed the stream a couple weeks ago, we did get a new cat, so I'll give you a little update on him too, as we're going in there. So Zen, thank you. Made it for 7 months, so thank you very much for your support. So yeah, so let me go ahead here. We'll go ahead and head inside and kind of finish up the rest. Kind of wrap things up and finish the rest of it. So yeah, so let's go see if we can see the new cat. Well, this isn't the new one, but there's there's Lucky. So let you guys watch him. All right, so we're back. Yeah, so give a little quick cat update. He's doing quite well. Like I said, he was really shy when we first got him, but yeah, he was a really shy for about the first week or so. But then he sort of yes, he sort of kind of started coming out. He's kind of getting along fairly well with the other cats. He's made kind of one friend, but he's yeah, he's doing well. He's coming along nicely. So yeah, the ACA is definitely the bigger draw. I wonder if that KGE will change over time as cichlids kind of become less popular. Like I think definitely, African cichlids have definitely dwindled a little bit. So, Federal Great Lakes, I like to get the Jesus Maria. Yep, those are the Xenotoca variata. So yeah, definitely check those out. So I think with that, it's 9:02, so we're kind of past our time here. But thank you guys for coming out. Had a pretty nice turnout tonight. We'll join you again next week, and then the 19th we're going to kind of be on a hiatus. That's college move-in day, so we'll get Chelsea all situated in East Lansing. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it.